What the hell are you doing, Lowry? Can't hear you. Lowry, you're muted, buddy. You're muted.
Oh, I was muted. You're right.
Muted. Rookie mistake. Hate to see it.
How long was I muted?
Since you showed your face.
Fuck that shit.
I'm actually really glad you didn't hear anything that was said.
Yeah,
Yep.
because Nicole said some shit. It was just dumb. I was asleep during your broadcast this morning. Sorry.
No, you wasn't.
I was awake and then I went to sleep.
You got to thinking about mud flap, and that's when you dozed off.
Dude, she cut me. She cut me today. She cut the mud flap off. It's true.
We got a new band called Mud Flap.
Yeah, it's called mud flap. Fathead's like telling me, look at the chat. I'm like, I'm okay. So you guys know, we're gonna hang out a lot on the Reckoner channel now moving forward. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with it. Maybe it'll be a weekly show or something. I wanted to do Saturday Night Special, and then Nicole said, no, you need to do Catterday Special. And then is there you have sound? You have sound. It's coming back through my earphones.
Sorry, I just turned on my YouTube. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
No. What happened is we went out, saw a musician play at this place called 1718, and then that's like the year that Blackbeard got his head cut off, and there's a brewing company. So there's a whole bunch of musicians on this island where we are, so we went down there to see the musician that was playing, who was really exceptionally fantastic. And then Alex comes home, and he's like, I'm going to go live on the Reckoner. Baby, make me a thumbnail. So
It's true.
So I was like, oh, you know what? Every day is Catterday in my world, and I saw that picture, and I literally was like, this is the thumbnail. And so it doesn't pertain to anything. It's just whenever Alex wants to go live. So I just choose a picture and like put some graphic text over the top, and then he's like, it's perfect.
Yeah.
So anyway, welcome to Catterday Night Special, which is every night or day or morning. Because when you live with somebody like Lowry,
I'll put the camera on you.
No,
There's your
I don't
camera.
need the camera.
There.
Thought it was better that I was off camera.
Yeah.
No. Actually, hi.
Oh yeah, you want the camera on
Yeah.
you. It's fucking-
Anyways, what I was saying.
You're such a bitch.
Tension whore.
Bitch.
Tension
Such a
whore.
fucking bitch. Like, you want that camera? All right. All
I
right.
designed that shit, okay? Everything that you are attracted to, I made it. It's like-
Yeah.
It's stretch
That was-
fever.
that was my Erica Kirk.
Da-na-na.
I was actually going to use Erica Kirk. Actually, I was going to use the picture of Erica Kirk and like be like,
Yeah, that whole thing is just so weird, dude.
Howdy,
So
Sue.
weird.
everything is so weird. Anyway, so yeah, I cut Alex's hair today. I gave him like a Viking haircut, and
Cut the
then
flap
we
off.
did a whole bunch of things.
I had a
and
mud flap. The mud flap went away.
I shaved the back of his head. Like he let me get very close to his neck with scissors, so I feel like that's a good thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
I know how to cut hair. But yeah, so and then I designed his thumbnail, but like 2 seconds. But I used our cats, and the cats. Guess where they came from?
What?
The cats. A year ago,
Kentucky.
guess where they came from? They
Kentucky
originated
Wildcats.
From
Where did those cats go that you had?
Dude,
you had a
they
bunch of
ori-
cats.
So we got those cats from Anthony's.
She's fighting me on the camera angle. Here. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, my cat's fixing to have kittens.
Yeah, but you had a bunch of cats there, and then they
Yeah.
just went away. They just went away.
Yeah, that's what
Like,
they
well-
do.
Yeah. So, like, one of the cats that we took from your place, Roy, we call him Roy the Destroyer. He's a little fucking cunt. He literally just like he hates everyone right now. I think he's going through. I think he's going through puberty or something. You think it's puberty?
Dude, he fucking loves me. I don't know why he doesn't like you guys.
Well, I don't know. But it's one of those things, right? I feel like I look like one of those like.
What is that?
No,
What is that hanging there?
It's a glasses floater thing, but it
Oh,
feels.
so you don't lose them.
You know, but you know what I look like right now, and I'm not mad or angry about it, but it's weird. Is that you know what I look like? I look like I have those little things, those little twirlies.
What? The twirly?
I have twirlies. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nobody does, Nicole.
How you doing, buddy? Turn on your fucking camera. I can't see you.
I'm right here.
What?
I'm right here.
So we're gonna do a lot of work on this channel moving forward. We're gonna have a lot of guests. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff that isn't comfortable for most people.
I'm very uncomfortable.
Yeah, but you just.
I'm not camera ready right now.
Are you in your robe?
No, I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah, I've saved this channel back. Like I have a music channel, but this is the one where I get to talk smack, you know. And this is gonna be, I guess, is where we're gonna all live. You know, moving forward. You got BST, and just talk about some stuff that needs to be talked about. And I think it's, you know, if we're responsible about it, we can actually do it without getting canceled by the people that run this channel, that run YouTube in general, and you know, talk about some things, you know. Yeah, and like I you know, I think it can be done. I think it can be done responsibly, and I think it can be done. What's the word? I can swerve these people that run this channel. I can swerve them and say it in the best way without them canceling us. You know.
Why do you think you'll get canceled?
Well, I mean, if I actually did a rundown of my Facebook and Instagram profile, and I am most definitely shadow banned for sure, according to AI, as it were.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's the like I you know. I could spend some money with Facebook and get some word out, but it's like, you know, I've got 5,000 people on my channel, and I put a post and there's no response to it at all. So it's clearly like there's a thing, right? There's a thing, and you know, I'm just like, okay, that's fine, whatever. I mean, like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Just bitch. Fathead, hold on. I see you. Hold on. Let me check.
I see you knocking, but you can't come in.
Let me find it. Make sure. Let's see. In the chat. I think they are Fathead. Let me check. Check real quick. You know, we're very baseline level right now. I'm at like 250 or 300 subs, so you know, I get it. Let me see if do I see you in the chat? No, Fathead, I don't see you in the chat. So it's very possible that you want to try again, and like I can see for sure if you're actually there. But you're not showing up in the chat that I'm looking at. I can see Sue. I can see Nico. I can see the Truthinator. I can see see who else. Yeah, but I don't see you, fathead. I don't know why. Because these motherfuckers are dickheads. Yeah, just keep trying. Yeah. But let's see. Yeah, I got you here. Hold on. Check this text here. There's Andrew. Hi, buddy.
It's about fucking time. I'm on the payroll right now.
Yeah. So we're gonna live over here. The Reckoner is gonna be. It's gonna be a space for all of us. Fathead, I don't know why you're not showing up in the chat. It is very possible that somebody's fucking with you out there in YouTube world. I'm looking currently, and I don't see. Hold on. Oh, I can bring you up, of course. Hold on.
I do have an open-ended question. That's actually a two-part question.
Yeah.
Well, sort of. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, go.
All right. Right now, there's a whole bunch of nonsense that's been going on, publicly, privately, economically, and politically. If you could eliminate one law, like, and it doesn't matter what it is, make it, boom, that law doesn't exist anymore, or create a new law that doesn't exist yet. Yeah, I know it's kind of a tough question. What would it be?
Well, do you think that laws actually matter?
When it comes to
No.
the police and the courts, it does.
Well, if you
And
started
citizens.
ignoring them and not acknowledging a relationship with it at all, then would it matter?
Yeah, of course it would. Some people don't care about certain words that start with pedo.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Well, I had there was a conversation I had with a lot of people on this subject. It was like, what does it matter? What does it matter? What does all this shit matter? Okay, there's evil people out there doing really bad shit, right? Well, I mean, if you give them money, you're contractually obligated to them. So you just stop giving them your money. I mean, and then you just walk away and you just don't have them in your life anymore. I'd always
knock
thought.
on your door.
Well, I mean, my position was, I had a long conversation about this, which was like, the collective conversation, eventually, incurs the manifestation of a sharp end, and the longer you talk about it, and the longer you figure out that this is fucked up, that people are doing shit, then there would be a sharp end of the stick that would manifest. That's always been my position. I hope that that's what it is. Is it going to be me that pulls the gun? Maybe.
No.
I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. You know, I can shoot a gun.
Don't worry
but
about it.
You don't have
You can
one.
hire me.
You're not going to be the one that pulls the gun.
I'll take care of it.
You have one.
I know. It's like everyone's like, well, who's gonna do the bad work on everybody? And you're like, am I gonna be the one to do it? I think it's just a collective manifestation of, I guess, collective consciousness manifests a sharp edge, and eventually there's gonna be, some dudes that will do it. I don't know. It's horrible. It's awful.
So NDB happens to have probably a different but similar perspective because you being a firefighter, right? Still currently? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Do you think there are any laws in regards to, because firefighters are like usually city, county kind of things, like located in those areas, right? So
Yeah.
what do you think? Is there anything that, in your opinion, that should be considered highly illegal, removed, or we need to make a new law about something?
No. Just don't cause any loss, injury, and harm, and we're good to go.
Wow, that's not what I was expecting. All right. All
I
right.
mean,
So
if you think about it, like nobody wants to do the dirty work, right? You got people that believe in a religion that's over here that we never even understood, and they're doing bad stuff. And then, well, who do you have to do the dirty work for, say, a Christian disposition? You're like, everything in the good book says don't fucking do that, don't fucking do anything. But at the same time, you have, what do they call it, the millstones, right? So you're like, oh, okay, here's what this says. It says millstones, and so who's gonna be the gang of characters that goes after these assholes? And I go through this every day. I go through it every day. I'm like, all right, so who's assigned to go out and ruin these assholes? I mean, that's just really what it is. It's like if you sit down and meditate on it, that's really what it comes down to. It's like, so you're saying I gotta go out and shoot some guy because he's a fucking pedo? Is that what I gotta do? Is that what it really is? And like everybody asks this question to themselves. They're like, it's like you're doing harm to children, and did we get on the subject?
There's a threshold when it comes to certain types of crimes. And I'm asking this because you just brought up something, a pedo. But in some countries, some even U.S. states, that law is defined differently. And you go to other parts of the world, you get caught for stealing, they'll chop your fucking hand off. So.
I would suspect this has always been my position on this. I think because I come from a metaphysical position on consciousness, I think that once the consciousness moves enough in a certain direction, that a sharp blade occurs, or you would call it a manifestation of a sharp blade over the course of an aggregate of consciousness, and then the people that were meant to take these people down would occur. I don't know what that looks like. I don't have a notion of what that looks like. But now that we've recognized it, and now that it's way out in public scope, it's easy to now look at it and be like, okay, well, is it our responsibility now to deal with this? I mean, is that what it is, or is it is it divine providence to like ruin these assholes? I mean, that's where I'm at on that thing. Like flat Earth and all that stuff. That's a done deal. Flat Earth is already done. That debate is over.
I agree.
And so like we're dealing with, like, are we dealing with Canaanites versus the opposite? Is that what we're dealing with? And then who deals with them? Like,
vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord.
I actually, yes.
He's frozen.
It's not up to us to fucking seek vengeance on them unless they cause loss, injury, or harm to one of our children or people that we know. Then we'll go kill that motherfucker.
I kind of feel like that way too, But everybody knows now there's a bunch of shitheads out there doing shitty things to children. So like, what are we like? What is what is the solution? Are we? Did we sign up to deal with it, or are we just supposed to talk about it and then say, hey, there's an asshole over there that does shitty shit to children?
Yeah.
What are we supposed to do at that point in time? I mean, that's where I'm at. I mean,
it depends, because in some cases, Fathead, welcome. You just came.
Hi, Fathead.
Hey, what's up, guys?
I'm not going to take too long on this, but when I was in Discord, I was asking a question about. It was a morals question, morals and dogma, which was written by a Freemason. I still haven't read the entire thing, but if someone does harm to you and you can recover from it, but they intend on doing harm to you again in the future, there's an issue arising. But if someone were to do harm to my mother, my father, my brother, my sister, there is no religious scripture whatsoever where I'm going to say, I forgive you. And that's what some people say. Well, you're not. Yeah, I would go after. It would be my life quest to make sure I find out who they are, where they live.
Go to the chair.
So therein lies the question. Really, is just like if we are not, I guess, yeah. Even though we know and we look at it now, we're like, oh, I get it now. They have a religion that's over there, and we don't even understand it, and they've been indoctrinated into it for years. Is it our job to snuff it out? You know, and then who's the guy that does the job? You know, I've thought about this forever. I'm like, okay, so you're doing really nasty shit to people. You don't consider a human being who's ambulating around the earth to be worth anything other than snuffing them out. And so, like, is it our job to be signed up for this to go after them? You know, I've struggled with this since the first time I learned about it. You know, and so, like, okay, so what do we do? It's like, okay, here's an asshole over here that drinks the blood of babies, per se, right? And you're like, that's fucked up. And the Christian doctrine is millstones around his head. Fuck that guy. And then, you know, like, I fired a gun a few times. You know, I could shoot people if I needed to, but like, well, is it my job? Is it my job to do this? Is it your job?
No.
Whose job is it?
It's not your job.
Whose job
My
is it?
thing is it's not necessarily anybody's job, but we definitely need to at least kick them out of society. Like, I don't give a fuck what they do with themselves on their own time, but they're fucking with everybody, and that's the problem.
I agree with that.
we need to figure out how we can literally subvert and push out these fucking pedophiles that want to, and the pedophile protectors and all these fucking pieces of shit. Like, that's my opinion. Is we need to.
Would you say? Like,
because that's back in the day. If you were in a society like 1800s, right? Let's say you're in a small town, right, and you fucked up real bad, people would just kick you out. Like,
yeah,
you'd be,
and just
get
like
the
you
fuck
need
out,
you
bro.
need to go somewhere
Get the
else.
Fuck out of here
and live by yourself and figure out your problems. No, I agree with that.
It's called exile.
How do we do that when they control everything? That's the problem. They just fucking control
and I think
everything.
and I think, like, if I'm reading history correctly, and I'm just saying this for record, I mean, that was the Khazarian mob, right? That was the name changers, the guys in the Silk Road, which they had to take up Judaism, but they really weren't Jews at all. And we've got a simple problem that's been presented all the way across the board. You can call it Canaanite, you can call it whatever you want, but these are cats that just don't have the same moral disposition, I guess, as even us. Like, dude, I'm Christian friendly. I don't know religion that well. I know the Bible as best as I can, but like, these people, they don't have morals. So they never were taught morals. They were grown up without morals. So they don't even know what it is to know what morals are, at least as far as what we think of it. Am I looking at this the right way? I mean, anybody?
I don't think you're wrong, but the problem is that their morals are just a different spectrum. They see us as goy and the fucking blah blah whatever. You're worthless. Bull, you know. It's fascinating.
It's funny. Like, we also, like, I've dealt with these guys in New York City too. They're gross. I just go, it's just so
right.
They're really gross. They're really gross. And I'm just like, dude, you really think that way? And they do. They just do. That's just what they think. That's how they were grown up. That's how they do their life. And like, what's funny about it is what I remembered from dealing with at least the sedum in New York City through rentals was just it was a really, like, they were above you and you just laughed at them because you really think you're above me? You really think you're above me? But they behave that way. They're like, and so I'm like, dude, you're in so much trouble, man. You have no idea what kind of fucking. But they don't
have
understand.
the legal responsibility behind it. Therefore, there's some.
No, well, they just don't. They were grown up that way. They don't know any better than to behave that way. And that's the problem. It's like if you're indoctrinated to believe that thing since you're a kid and you grew up that way, it's gross to watch them behave. It's gross. And I saw
When
it.
you were paying rent, were you living in a building that had more than, let's say, 500 units?
Dude, the Hasids owned all of Brooklyn. Everyone paying rent in Brooklyn was
Okay.
paying rent to the Hasids. All
All right,
right. Now,
so-
there's varying degrees of whether or not they're the awful people versus like down to the. But it's really Khazarian. It's Zionist. It's not Jewish. The Jewish is just a word. It's just a word.
When you say Hasids, what do you? I'm sorry, I'm ignorant to this. Is
Okay,
it
so
Jewish?
the Hasids are the Hasid sect in Brooklyn are literally like a cult. They have their own ambulance service. They have their own cops. They have their own everything. They don't
Wow.
even. They actually. They don't have. They sign up for EBT and everything else for the more kids they have. They take over the system, and yet they also have their own system in Brooklyn that runs it. They don't even operate within the NYPD. They have if some crime happens in their little sect, it happens within one of their private investigators. It has nothing to do with the NYPD.
So it's almost like they have their own constitution.
They
their
have
own laws.
everything. They don't even exist in the reality that we do.
Wow.
You know, and so like
Just in block voting.
yeah, in block voting, and if a how do I say this exactly? If you were to imagine how you were raised up, as insofar as how you understand racism or whatever, they're the racist cult I've ever met. They are.
What is the main like? General? Are they Jews? Are they Arabs? Are they
No, they're
Irish?
they're Khazarians.
Italians?
They're
Also, they're Jewish.
Khazarians that had to assimilate to Judaism. They're not
Gotcha.
even Jews. They're not Jews. They're
I
not
guess what
Jews.
Trump calls himself, yeah. So, all right, yeah, it's a cult of.
It's a cult.
It's fucking weird. How about this? If I were to pay you, I don't know this, or someone were to pay you 50 grand to leave where you're currently living and get another 50 grand to go back to New York, would you do it?
No, no. I mean, New York. I had an amazing experience in New York, and it was awesome the whole time through. And then it faded, and I probably overstayed by 5 years. You know, and that you know, you got to understand, like the engineers of this particular capitalism, they flock to where money is. All right, so you call these cats Khazars, all right? Call them Zionists. I mean, using the word Jews is the wrong term. They assimilated a population and then became that and hid within it. And so you have an entire Jewish population that's supporting a cult within its own religion, as it were. They don't understand how fucked up that is. These are people that as I'm reading history right, if I hope I am, these are the old Silk Road bandits. They would just kill people and take over their identities and then move into their communities and pretend like they were those people.
Like the Somalis.
They would do that. And
So yeah, I think you guys got out of New York at such an awkward time because of the events that followed from that, and hopefully you're recovering a bit. You know when
yeah, we're doing okay.
you all messed you over, but when it comes to what's going on now, this what's his name, Mamdani or something like that.
Yeah, it's New York is interesting
Basically,
right now.
like, whoops, I really fucked up. Whoops.
New York is very, very interesting right now. It's even when we left, there was we didn't recognize the streets. It's made up of different people now, you know, and it's you know, I couldn't think of a better time to be on an island than this, you know, because I mean, we left there and we're like, I don't recognize this place anymore. You know, like when I was there, we had a bunch of musicians. We had a big community, and there was a bunch of people playing a bunch of great music, and that went away probably 2015, and then I stayed probably too long, and Nicole stayed too long, and we were just like,
we lived there from fucking Giuliani.
yeah,
Okay, Giuliani was the fucking mayor.
yeah,
Oh, that was 9/11, wasn't it?
Giuliani.
yeah,
And then
frankly enough,
and then Bloomberg, Mondami is not. He's not doing a good job.
no,
at
it's
all.
just
He's fucking up.
it's not the same place that we moved there to.
I'm just glad we're not there under that leadership.
It's tricky. The whole thing's tricky now.
Okay. The reason I was bringing this subject up is because of how much stuff right now is going on. Yeah, the war, which isn't even a war, but it's all the laws and policies that are being passed in places I've never even been to. Well, I've been to New York City twice. It was weird, to say the least, because I had no idea where I was going. But luckily, I had a fuck buddy that she was driving, rich fuck buddy, and she lived there her entire life. But then I saw just every weird thing you could possibly think of. And I'm sure you've probably, if you walk around any borough of, the 5 boroughs, and it's like, wow, this is just a much bigger version of San Francisco. Don't ever go to San Francisco. It's disgusting.
Yeah. Well,
but when it comes to laws, my first law, I don't know what it is necessarily, but I would invoke something along the lines of everyone is allowed to carry a loaded firearm in California.
Yeah.
That would be my, and then to eliminate laws, I would say sales tax. Get rid of that shit.
Well, you're asking.
And
it's a big ask for, especially New York City, which is if not, it's the number one market. Maybe LA is probably similar, but you're talking a group of people that are operating on their own thing. I mean, there's no place for people like us in that city. There just isn't. And what we experienced was a really great artistic movement, 2005 through 2015. But those cities operate on their own mechanisms, and now it's going to be a shit show up there. And watch it happen. It's going to be a shit show. And
what do you mean it's going to? It's turning into that. Subways are being taken over.
Hasn't it been a shit show?
Down.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be something that nobody understands. And like most people that don't ever go to New York don't even understand what that even is. You know, they live in small towns. They never leave them. And probably good for them. I'm not smashing small towns by any stretch. They're
I know what you're talking about. Here, let me just emphasize something a little bit in regards to this, because I had my girlfriend, high school girlfriend. I really wish I was still with her, but I fucked up and broke up with her for no really legitimate reason other than I was in the military and was afraid I was going to get killed and she was going to get notified of it. That's why I broke up with her. It was pain. I shouldn't have done it. Anyways, I went to Salt Lake City a few times when I was on leave, and as we're walking around, holding hands, having a great time. And one thing she asked me was, try to count how many homeless people you see here. And I was like, well, that's kind of a weird thing. And finally I found one. And what she said was the reason that the homeless population is so low is because all of the Mormon churches around there, they will, I guess there's some sort of a law, or I don't know exactly how it works. It's been quite some time. But they will take these people, put them into rehab, get them medical treatment, and give them training, education, training, and a place to live.
Yeah.
There's an entire system in place for it. But if you were to take someone from, I don't know, a town that has a population of 500 and then bring them into New York, like, Why is there homeless people sleeping? There's like 20 homeless people sleeping on the street with boxes around them. Why is that one guy giving himself an IV injection?
Yeah.
That kind of thing, right? So, yeah, that's why San Francisco, Oakland, Berkeley, those are 3 cities you do not want to go. Los Angeles in general, yeah, don't go there.
Well,
and
I
then
mean,
New York
if
City.
you ask yourself like the real solid question is like, if the government was actually responsible for the proletariat, as it were, there's plenty of money to fix everything, but they don't, and they never have. So like, what you really have is you know. We've been through the numbers on NASA. We've been through the numbers on the defense budget. Even just call it a quarter of the defense budget would solve a lot of people's problems in general across the board.
Yeah, the defense budget is one of those things that it's also an employable aspect of it. Because I was Department of Defense, and I worked Department of Defense, Department of Corrections, Department of Veterans Affairs. So I've been a federal employee 3 times.
So you get it. You get it, right? It's like like they funneled even a remote amount of number towards those sectors. You would have a thriving community of people that were homeless a week before. And don't you think that's the thing that everyone's wondering? It's like, why are we in contract with these douchebags? Why are we in contract with them?
When you were in those federal positions, Andrew, how much waste did you see?
Oh, fraud, waste, and abuse?
Waste. Like, that's my problem, right? The fucking waste. The policy, the one policy that I would burn and use it or lose it. Why the hell are we even bothering with this policy of use it or lose it? And if you don't understand what that means, that simply means that, well, if you don't use it this year, that means you didn't need it, so we're not going to give you as much next year.
No,
And it's the dumbest, most asinine fuck. The waste that comes from that policy alone, on the federal, state, whatever side,
it's local,
I
federal,
want
state.
to fucking scream.
It's every level. It's that way at schools. It's all. It's everywhere. It's government.
It's everything.
It's
Yeah, most government jobs.
Gross.
I'll just explain to this real quick. In the military, what you get is you get 8 hours of vacation time per paycheck, so it's 4 hours per week. You're like, well, that works out to damn near 30 days of leave per year. But once it gets above 80 hours, that's when they say it's use it or lose it, and you don't get paid anything extra for it. And if you want to take vacation, that has to get approved. And then, if you're a federal employee that's a civilian, not military, like I was getting 6 hours because
11.
Is it really? Oh,
yeah.
You guys. But yeah, there's holiday time, and then there's PTO. PTO is like if you're sick or something. PTO can max out to whatever amount they want. You never have to take it, but you are required by human resources to take that vacation leave a certain amount of time. And then and you get paid your full paychecks during the time. You just can't get any overtime. That's why a lot of people, they'll take it like a week at a time. Because anything over 2 weeks has to get approved by human resources and, for me, the chief of engineering. And I tried taking a month off one time, and they said, no, we got these different shutdowns, blah, blah, all these different reasons, right? So they were like, no, you can take 2 weeks off.
But yet you have like 300 hours banked or whatever, right? It's fine.
No, you can't get, well, how many hours? It works out
so
to.
Stupid.
Well, it's 80 hours. I'm sorry,
Right.
that was the military. For the VA, it's 160.
I got you. CDOT does like 300 and something. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
So-
maybe it's changed over the years, but
Wouldn't it be like, a conversation that should be had that isn't being had, that the entire system is inverted? A, I think we all got that. I think we all understand that. But like B, you know, if you're going to attack the proletariat, which would be all of us, versus say them, quote unquote, you invert it, A, and B, you make resources seem impossible. I think there's endless resources. I think perceived scarcity is real, and I think that's what they obey by. I mean, I'm just, that's just me. That's just me looking at it. But I think there's unlimited resources for all of us.
Just the oil alone is provable.
Yeah,
Like
and
the fact that oil wells have refilled themselves, like oh, this one's dead, and now it's magically got oil.
well,
10
well
years
now
later.
that we
Like,
know
the
that it's
fuck?
not dinosaur fuel, we know that
Exactly.
shit, right? And so it's like, but like even then, if you want to ump it to the ether or whatever in free energy, perceived scarcity has been the game, right? And so we have to. What we really have to do is like, you know, look at people and be like, especially people in energy, and be like, look, dude, you know, we figured out your game. It's dumb. You know, there's no dead dinosaurs down there. It's just continuously going. Okay, we got this. Ether is continuously going. We can draw energy from it. Nobody wants to talk about that, but it is the game. It is the game. It's the Edison game, right? And
Yeah,
and
so
like,
Larry, I have a question for you because you have a background in biology, which I would probably fail a 6th grade biology test right now.
yeah,
But carbon dating and as well as the what do
it's
they
a
call
sham. It's a
The
sham.
decay rate.
It's all a
sham.
sham.
It's a sham.
Huge sham.
That we can't even trace back to the office where they were actually doing carbon dating too. It's just a sham.
ShamWow.
The carbon dating aspect is if you trace it all the way back to the offices doing it, half the time you can't even find it. You can't find it. It's you have the half life of a carbon atom, and
That's
they
what I was
say that,
thinking. Oh, that's
yeah, and they it's just bullshit. It's bullshit. And then you try to trace it back, and you try to find, oh, okay, so you realize that this rock is 4.5 million years old. It never.
Right.
It's just bullshit. It's bullshit. You know, and I was interested in it because I knew it. I knew the study. I knew exactly how it worked. It's like for those of you out there that don't understand how this works, carbon dating is basically they have a system which determines the half-life of a carbon atom in a particular system, say a rock, say a sample, and they know that the half-life of it is about this because we can determine how many atoms were released from this sample over the course of a certain amount of time.
Oh, now I
And-
trust them. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
and now it's just bullshit. The amount of bullshit in the scientific look, the scientific method is important, and I learned that, and I got a degree in biology to understand it. But it is bullshit outside of the method. Science is a word. The scientific method is important. That's just testing shit. That's just testing shit.
It's repeatable results.
Yes, indeed.
That's it.
That's it.
And you change a small variable, and then you have another test, and repeatable results. Repeatable.
Indeed.
That's
Yeah.
the problem, Alex.
That's what I.
They
That's what I
fucking
found.
do is repeatable.
I left that fucking shit because I'm like, what are you guys fucking doing? You've inflated an entire economy on top of the scientific method and called it science and put a white lab coat on people. I was just like, dude, this is just dumb.
Hey,
This is dumb.
If you want, back before the other stream, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I know 2 people who are highly intelligent in regards to biology, like yourself, and one of them is in medical school, one of them is in PhD school. Both flat earthers, both Christians. Would you ever like to bring them on?
Are they there? Are they in the background? I don't know.
No, I'm just saying in the future.
Yeah, I'll bring them on. I mean, look,
Yeah, we'll
look
schedule it.
there was actually, yeah, I will tell you this right now. One of the greatest things I did learn, and yes, college is an indoctrination program, but I separating the scientific method against just science as a word was a powerful thing that I learned. And I had guys when I studied, they were like, "Look, this is what it actually is. There's a methodology in looking at the world. Look at it this way. Science is just a word. It's like that stupid Facebook fucking page that was like, I fucking love science. Yeah, but nothing was on. Nothing. There was no science in it. It was just pictures of dolphins. It was just pictures of shit. I was like, okay, that's a dolphin. Fuck you. Where's the science in that? The scientific method is testing shit. That's what it is. And you even approach like a lot of these guys, like especially the guys that want to come after us from physics positions and high orders of academia. I'm like, dude, did you remember the scientific method? Because that's really where you started from. Would you like to talk about that? No, they just spin their heads off into some bullshit. I'm like, dude, you have lost track of common sense, motherfucker. You just have. Like, it's just this. Look at it. Get your buddy over here to figure it out with you, and then get 3 more buddies to figure it out the same thing. And they were like, oh, that might be true.
But I read it in a textbook, man. Come on. It was a textbook. I read it.
Oh, I read it. I read it in a textbook.
Common sense ain't so common anymore. That's
it's
the problem.
not. It's not. But I also believe that, like, you call it. I think Gen X or a generation relative to all of our positions, we actually escaped a certain doctrine. We actually were led down that pathway. It's like, this is what the scientific method is. Test that shit.
Thank you very much for pronouncing that word correctly.
Test that shit, right? Test it. Test it.
Show me. Prove it.
Prove it. Yeah, and I don't think they were even taught this shit in the last 20 years. I'm like, dude, they don't teach you the scientific method? It's not science, it's the method. Look at it. Share it with your buddy.
Well, but science isn't questionable. Didn't you know that, Larry? You can't question science.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, put a white lab coat on and you're just like...
I hear Nicole in the background.
Yeah. She doesn't
I have a question for everyone, and I'm going to ask it to you, but I have to use the restroom for a moment.
TMI, buddy. TMI.
Actually, no.
Seriously.
Question first. No, I'll be fine. Does anyone here, if I were to say that I am an electrician, would anyone deny the fact that I am?
Well, if you can make my outlet work, I would say yes.
Okay, I can do that.
If you can make my water heater work, I would say yes.
You got to take somebody's word for it first.
Well, you'd have to be a plumber and an electrician, or.
Well, it depends on what kind of water. Yeah, usually.
No, it's a water heater. If you're putting it in, you got to be able to plumb that bitch. Sorry.
I have an issue that's been going on, and it is about this dude on Discord.
This ain't that channel, Andrew. That's not that.
Whoa, NDB. I don't think he's going there.
It sounds like it.
I don't know where people were getting confused on that one. I'm sorry if you were, but I was doing. People ask me for electrical assistance all the time, and I can do my best by just verbally doing it. I'll put a fucking blindfold over my face and recite National Electrical Code and methods, procedures, laws, adequacies. And someone on Discord who claims to be a satellite engineer, he's messaging me back and forth, blah, blah, blah. And then guess what happens? I am a moderator on a couple of different Discord channels. As soon as he joined in, I server muted him.
I'm not sure, Andrew, what happens.
Well, he's telling us, Nicole.
I can't hear.
All right. So what happened from there?
He has the headphones on. I can't hear. All I can hear is Alex on his soapbox. That's it. And I'm like, what is he even talking about? What is he talking about?
There's not a whole lot I can do about that, Nicole. I'm still
Anyway,
working on
proceed, Andrew.
like Beetlejuice. That doesn't work yet. I've tried. Anyways, so he thinks I'm not an electrician. Never told me why.
I love you, David.
And from there, which is a federal crime in the U.S., because I have a government email
I will,
address.
but I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah.
him.
He found out who my supervisor was, where I worked, and our head of HR. And emailed, and for some weird reason, put me in the email.
What the fuck?
So- and he lives in England. So I am going to be building a case against him, and I'm going to be so happy. I want zero money out of this.
I would
see him in handcuffs being walked away.
I would posit that there are people that are against you, me, NDB, Fathead.
Yeah, they're professional trolls. They're like professional.
Yeah, but that's not so easy. NDB, if I were to try and find out what your supervisor's name was, along with your actual email and the head of HR, that would be pretty difficult for me to do.
Well, that's because I don't have a supervisor.
Oh, okay.
I supervise myself, bitch.
Yeah, you're looking at him.
Guys,
You're looking right at him.
wait, in a PR world,
You can email
like,
me if you want.
but from a PR standpoint, like, if there
Vlad,
are
what's
people
happening, brother?
that don't like
What's
you,
good, man?
then you're doing
What's
something
happening?
right.
We're talking
Vlad's
about
my supervisor.
electricity and the bullshit of the world.
Email Vlad. He'll
And the
answer for you.
bullshit.
I got a question for you, Vlad, because you and I were
Fucking
both
bullshit.
in the Navy.
Say again.
If you and I were both in the Navy, obviously
Yeah.
you went in. I only did 6 years, but
Okay.
if you were in the Navy and someone figured out what your Navy email was, always ended with
Maybe.
.gov.
Right. Oh,
And then they were trying to dox you from across the pond. What would you do about it? How would you handle that? You think, especially when they're trying to get you fired?
oh shit. Well, you have to turn that into your SSO. That would be your security personnel. Definitely save the emails. Don't respond back to that person. Let your chain of command know. Let your boss know. First off, guys, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Always welcome. Man.
Yeah, I would definitely give it to the chain because there's really nothing you could do about it. Like you trying to take that on your own, that's a mistake just waiting to happen. And then if you're talking about getting fired, that's one of the easiest ways to do it.
No, they sent it to the chain. They sent it to my direct supervisor and director of human resources.
Okay. Yeah.
And both of them told me they're laughing at it. Nothing's going to happen. However, in the United States, that's a felony. I don't know what it is in the UK, but I told him I'm going to publicly embarrass him. So he thinks I'm not an electrician. What the? Come on, man.
So if they're doxing you, that's bullying, and then you could consider that a cybercrime because they're doing other things. You know what I'm saying? What you can do is report that to talk with me offline about it, and I'll let you know. I'll fill you in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I've been looking at laws about this recently, like international laws and how to report crimes. Let's just say that I saw someone over in, I don't know, some random country that was doing something highly illegal. I mean, how would I report that? I didn't know that until today when I've been doing this.
Really?
Yeah, you can report it. It's more difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's international traffic communication laws.
I was gonna say I wonder if Interpol gets involved with that.
I would assume they could, but that's like their version of the CIA ish.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know.
If you check the private chat, that's it right there.
Gotcha. I will click on that.
Yeah.
All right, but I do.
We'll take care of it.
I gotta use the restroom, gentlemen. I'll be back in a little bit. Okay.
All right. This would be a good time to talk about space. We've now officially come to the point that
Dude, talk about the scientists, man.
it's fake. We've actually come to a point where even some normies are out there just like, what is this bullshit about NASA? And we're kind of there now, Vlad, and I'm kind of in a position now where I'm like, how do we go forward in this? How do we go forward and explain kind of what's happening to people that are still NASA fanboys and or lost in the sauce, as it were?
Well, if you know how it is, man. If these people are serious about learning, like they'll eventually make their way to you. We need to keep doing what we're doing, but my thing is also to kind of tone down making fun of the globe. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's at a point to where it's like super serious. At least, in my opinion, it's serious because the government's lying about everything every day, every single day. Like if you look at it, they're lying about something new every day, and it's like blatant. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's so crazy that it's like you have no choice but to investigate the other stuff. Donald Trump went on his Truth Social, and he even said the lies, like something along those lines, when they showed a picture of the Earth from a distance. And I'm like, these guys are giving the sauce away. So it's so I guess what we can do that's a little bit on the offensive side. One is to expose the Globers and not talk shit about them, but rather say, hey, look, you know your government is lying to you because they lied about this. You know they lied about this Artemis thing, or at least it appears that they did. These guys are defending it without even trying to break it down. Now, what we could also do to pair that up is give credit to the Globers that are actually saying something about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Call them
I
out.
would
Because
get
you've had
that.
channels. You've had channels out there. Like Bro Sanchez was out there calling out the Globers that were actually, doing their due diligence and calling out the BS. But then you have the I guess you could say the Professor Daves and the Dave McKeegans that still are going to defend the BS, right? At that point, we don't cuss them out. We don't talk shit about them. We just say to their audience, like, look, you could keep following lies like this. Obviously, these are lies. You know what I'm saying? We've been telling you guys this for years. You can either continue with the lies and or continue to get lied to by your government, or you could come with us. You know what I'm saying? And try to figure something out. But the lies are doing they're doing everything for us for the most part. So
Would you say that like what I've noticed over the last I guess 2 weeks is that the debate is literally over, and now how do we behave responsibly moving forward?
I told you so. Da, da, da.
Yeah,
That's not responsible, I know. But that's what I want to fucking do, you asshole.
I know it's what you want to do, but like, what do we really do? We're like, the debate's over. Here's what we've been telling you for 10 years. And look, this isn't Flat Earth 1.0. This is Flat Earth 2.0. This cosmology has been around for a long fucking time. And we have to fucking resurrect it just so that we can get our fucking lives back in order.
I think another thing we could do to kind of pair with this whole Artemis thing. I know a lot of people don't want to go back there, but talk about the final experiment.
Yeah,
we could kind of compare those apples to those apples.
Yeah, and the whole thing that whole thing was like so unnecessary. I was looking. I read Lady Blount's thing. There was a 24-hour sun out there wherever they were parked at on the shore. That was documented in 1901. I was like, okay, fine. I don't know how the fucking light works out there. And then now we have, this is going to be your big fucking come up to us, is that there's a 24-hour sun. No, it's just how the fucking light works out there. I went through this thing for fucking years with this bullshit. I'm like, it's in public record. Lady Blount said there was a 24-hour sun out there.
Who the fuck is
the,
she? Who is she, Larry?
the light, it's fucking in her cliff notes.
Well,
The,
who is she?
the light behaves a different way out there. It's I don't
Well,
know
who
what
the
it
fuck
is.
is she?
It's an optical
was at-
effect. It's something. I don't give a fuck what it is. It has nothing to do with what you're walking around on.
I don't
And
even
I
know what
told
lady-
them before they did this stupid fucking thing. I told Witsit. I told fucking Jaron. I was like, dude, this is a dumb thing that you're doing. You're just gonna muck up this thing and make it last longer. Why are you doing this? That's what I said to him.
You know,
You know,
I guess
it's-
it seems like what's his name was compromised and he needed a way out. I don't think Jaren was a Glober the whole time. I think he was compromised. Like I think he was
Oh.
seriously compromised.
Yeah.
He's definitely off in the weeds, if nothing else.
Yeah, he's yesterday's news, man. I don't like
Wait a second.
what's
Did
his,
you say it backwards?
say
Not
again?
a flat earther the entire time. He was compromised later.
Yeah, I feel he was. I feel he
There,
was.
there are some conversations that say he was in on it for 10 years. I mean, like I cannot tell you how much work he did to destroy NASA. He did do that, and so it's weird that he just suddenly flipped. It's really weird, dude. But like Lady Blount said, that there's optical effects that happen outside of the where we're at that we don't understand.
We don't get
And they're in the sky. They're not the land.
it. Right.
You know, and nobody gets that shit. You know, and I do this, over and over and over again. I will yell about this shit.
I think
Do you want to know that
you're yelling.
a
You need a granola.
a freaking sundials?
Some sugar.
You know the big they call it a gnomon, right? That
Yeah.
big ass fin in the middle of the sundial. So in the north, that faces the north. In the south, it faces the south.
Oh shit.
So there very well could be some correlation between what they potentially saw. There were just too many inconsistencies with not having a ticket and everything else. The tickets come in extra late, and then Witsit still hasn't presented a ticket. Do you know that?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So he still hasn't presented a ticket. He was on the freaking show the other day on Mark Sargent's joint with David Weiss and everybody else, and like I was about to say, hey man, it's good to see you. You got them tickets or anything? Like, but I didn't want to spoil it, right? He still hasn't. It's funky, but even if there is a 24-hour sun, what difference does it make, man? This bitch isn't curving. It doesn't
make a
matter.
shit.
It doesn't matter. So these guys need to be reminded that look, we're investigating, right? It's not curving, okay? No matter what the test is you do, it's never going to curve for anybody. It doesn't matter. We need to figure out what the hell's going on because it looks as if the government is giving a lot of this information away. They're fucking us at the same time, but they're giving it away.
I have to correct you for a quick moment here.
Yeah.
It does curve based upon how much money there is.
Okay. All right. Okay. I guess.
I can see. Yep.
But that's funny.
I think what we've arrived at is that it's over. The debate is over.
The debate is over. It's been over.
It's over, and now we have to just how do we manage talking about it? People don't understand the God, I hate to use this word. The gravitas of the situation is that if you're talking about something that's flat and you're enclosed in a shore, it means that there's a design principle in this, and that's a tough one. And I think a lot of people have a really hard time with that.
Yes.
I didn't come up with religion. I didn't come up with in church. I didn't come up with any of that shit. I learned the scientific method. I didn't go through church or anything, but it appears as though it's a pond. It appears as though it's that way, and there's something outside of there. I don't fucking know what it is. I don't have any fucking idea what the fuck is out there. I'd like to know. I'd like to know. Maybe it's shit. Maybe it's a bunch of fucking turds out there that you don't want to You want to go. You don't even want to go out there. Or maybe it's fucking glorious. Maybe it's euphoria.
Well, this much I know, man. Like people are tired of bullshit. Like they're exceptionally tired of bullshit these days.
Yeah.
And the more people have to pay for gas, the more people have to pay for food, the less bullshit they want to hear, right? And it's getting to a point to where I don't even want to utter what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? But I think people are getting to that point.
I know what you're thinking. Don't worry.
Yeah, right. And I think people are getting to that point.
And Vlad, if you want to ever,
yeah,
I'll put my cell phone number in the side chat if you ever want to talk about.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, do that. I'll take it down and I'll text you.
I don't make it too private. Alex, Lowry, NDB, they all have my number.
So these guys like the Professor Daves, the Dave McKinn's and all them, they need to tread carefully because they talk crap about us, they make shows about us and everything. And I've gotten to the point to where I'm like, whatever, man. They're gonna do that anyway, right?
Well, dude,
the risk that they run is that people are watching.
They are watching, and like Matt Wallace, he was like, he did the thing, which was he did What Is a Woman? Matt Wallace. You guys remember this guy?
Matt Walsh.
Oh, right. The guy with the beard.
He came out this week, and he was just like saying the same Glover thing. So I was like, Matt. And I liked what he did on What Is a Woman. I was like, that's smart. That is the smartest thing I've seen. And I was like, dude, you're smarter than this. And I approached him on the chats. I was like, you're smarter than this. Don't do this. Don't do this. This this won't age well. This won't age well.
This is stuff.
And he went through it anyway. He's done after this because it's going to finish. It's already done. I mean, like, if you just look at the best way I can put it is you get a litmus test on like how many say cosmology texts come up on X versus Instagram versus Facebook versus everything else. It used to be like 1 out of every 7. 1 out of every 7 is a cosmology, and the last 2 weeks it's all cosmology. That's just a litmus test, right? So like you can look at that over the course of a population and be like, okay, now people are thinking about it. They're like, oh fuck, this spinny water ball is not. It's not. But
you gotta look at the big picture, right? Like you still have the synagogue of Satan that's pushing the bullshit. They are pushing it. They're pushing it while they're doing that. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but for anybody that's been in the military, they're also pushing to get benefits. Anybody that's been in the Israeli army, right? They're looking to get benefits as if they were American troops, American service members, right?
Yeah.
So, like, it not even almost. It appears as if the narrative of the synagogue of Satan and the globe both they are like, what's that, like they have that relationship.
They're deceivers. They're deceivers. They're deceiving people.
Yes,
well, it's a fucking inversion, man.
They need it. And so Matt Walsh is getting paid by what's that thing that the guy he's got a voice like this and he always wears his yarmulke. You know who I'm talking about.
Probably, but yeah.
Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, Ben Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro. So that show that Ben Shapiro runs, Matt Walsh is in there, and Matt Walsh cannot get out of bounds of that show, so he has to talk their talking points. Now, if you look at guys like Avi Loeb, the one that talks about 3-Eye Atlas, all these other space scientists and everything else, all of them synagogue of Satan, dude. All of them synagogue of Satan, and this is something I've been saying since day one. Their lies as being the synagogue of Satan, they need the globe.
Is that?
Oh, it has to happen.
I'm not familiar with your term, the synagogue of Satan. You just mean Jewish.
It's just
Zionist, whatever.
It's Zionist. It's Zionist.
Yeah, okay.
Zionist aspect.
Synagogue is something like a congregation in a way.
Well, no, I know that. I just was trying to understand.
Well, it's the congregation of Satan, the fucking deceivers. All the people that's doing it for the money.
Pieces of shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mark Levin.
Yo, Alex, there's a guy I've been talking to on Discord for a little tiny bit here, and he is very, very new to Flat Earth, and he is younger than us. I think he said he's 29, but he's got a degree in psychology, and he had never really talked to people about Flat Earth before, and it didn't take very long for people to just say, hey, stop talking, just listen for a bit.
Yeah.
And he seems to be very open to the.
Well, I think ultimately the one of the biggest problems of this has just been most people don't understand spherical trig. They just don't. And like
No, that's right.
and I had to relearn it again. Over
But you don't need to
and
know
over again.
that. You
What's
don't need to
that?
know that though. You don't need to know that really
Well,
to know
yeah.
that it's not a curve.
Well, yeah, it's the easiest way to describe it.
I mean-
But for me, like I had to go back through and relearn fucking geometry and then spherical trig over again, over the course of the last 10 years. I had to do it, and I was just like, what the? Why does this happen? Like, why does it that you square a line, it curves it? Well, I mean, once you start to sink into it, you get it, right? It just that's how you understand curvature math. And most people forgot about that shit in high school and never even went back to it. They went on to their new, indoctrination or whatever it is that we're studying. But like, I mean, geometry and spherical trig will solve this in about 30 minutes for anyone that's fucking listening.
Oh my god, do you have to yell at people?
I'm not yelling.
Well, you're like talking like a.
Nico says I'm yelling.
Keep yelling, Nico, or keep
he's
yelling.
fine.
Don't
You're
go
pretty
listen to
excited
Nico.
about the trig and spig and sphere and spuck.
Just
Well,
because he's
pretty
using
excited
words
about it.
bigger than you can comprehend, and just
Yeah,
you know.
Exactly.
Look, man, if you look around,
I'm
Hold
sorry
on,
if I was yelling. I'm sorry. If I
if
was
you
yelling.
look around, man, if you look around, people are. If you look around,
Just host the show,
Look,
Larry. Just host the show.
I'm just hosting the show.
people,
Oh, don't
yeah,
be sad.
there's a curve rate, and it's definitely mathematical, and it's trackable, and we haven't found any curvature, and that's why we are here. And anybody else out there that wants to do it, just come talk to us and be like, oh,
They
show me some curvature.
Oh, how
and-
dare you! 1972 showed us a picture of Earth and it's a sphere.
How dare
And then
you? How dare you?
Dude, you're like a
Dare
flat
you.
drill surgeon.
I'm
Okay,
not a
Greta.
flat Earth drill
Okay,
surgeon.
Greta.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not a
You
flat
sound
Earth
like you're
drill
like,
surgeon.
Drop down and give me 20. What the fuck? Drop down and give me 8.5 inches square miles squared.
Vlad and I know exactly what that means. It's like, yeah, if you mess up, everyone messes up at the same time.
I mean, but we're
okay.
really good. We're in a really good position right now where we don't have to defend ourselves anymore. It's over.
I
And-
almost feel bad for the people that are in the globe, because if you look at it, like nothing's going their way.
Nothing.
I'm not saying that anything's going our way, because we're all broke, we're all poor type shit. But the
Yeah.
difference is we know we know what isn't going on. Right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I think at least knowing what you're up against, or having a semblance of understanding what you're up against, that's the beginning. You have to know that part. If you don't know that part, you can't make an informed decision.
All right.
These guys are making shitty decisions based off of lies.
All right.
And it's like you know, if you don't know the truth, if you don't know better, you can't. Kind of like that saying.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
what
so
you're saying.
easy. It's so easy to have the truth on your side because once you've gone through the bugger of what it is, the truth is much easier than the lie. I mean,
Yeah,
it just
and
is.
to add on to what Vlad was saying, there's two different principles. One is more known than the other one, and that is Occam's razor, and the other one is known as the law of parsimony. As soon as you eliminate the impossible, like right now, I am a living potato on somewhere in the middle of the sun. Be like, well, that's kind of stupid, and I have an internet connection. Well, yeah, as soon as you eliminate the laws, the principles of what could be possible, then what you're left with is the possible. And even at that point, it has to break down into, well, what could be impossible out of what we thought was possible.
And what's even more important is that each and every one of you, including on this panel and everyone listening, is you're all important, and you live up to your thing that's inside of you, your soul, whatever it is. You're important, and that I think like the atheist standpoint is tough on people because they don't have any faith in their own system. Every single person, you guys involved, and everyone listen to this, you have a soul inside of you that is important, and
I
you
don't know
have
if
to.
everybody does. You think
have to-
everybody does?
Well, I mean, there could be an NPC argument in that, but what I'm saying
I'm just saying,
is,
I don't think everybody's the same.
I'd like to think that they do.
I would like to think that everyone has it, the possibility.
I'd like to.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to think, and I'm with you, Vlad. But I think, trust your soul and trust your common sense and trust what you have inside of you, because, like, I mean, this is the biggest thing other than your spiritual journey. After this, this is the most important thing that we'll ever get up to in our life. It really is, and understanding when and where you are, I think, will annihilate all these motherfuckers who are just shitheads. They're just shitheads.
Yeah. You know what? Once enough pressure is applied on enough people, it's going to shift. Because the government keeps sending these lies out here. I guess they use that as like a litmus test to see if they're still falling for it. If the majority still falls for the bullshit, because people are still saying, hey, he did get his ear shot off back in, Pennsylvania. Like, it's crazy, because they still fall for that BS. Like, people still haven't snapped out of it. Oh, he got his ear shot off. Oh, Charlie Kirk.
No, it was just a little bit of it.
It's all the Democrats' fault. It's all the blue side.
Well, it's like you guys are still missing the point. And even if they say, okay, they faked the one recently at the correspondence dinner, right? They'd be like, well, I don't know why he would fake it. The other one was real. And it's like, oh my gosh, like, you guys don't get it. You're being fooled by all of them.
They mock us. They mock them, man. They just mock, and we see it, but they don't. They can't see it. Like, they're like,
I don't know
what happens. Right, and so what winds up happening is, like, a lot of what we're talking about, it's gonna just do this right over their head, strictly because they don't know the first part. It's like picking up a lesson, and you showed up late to class or something like that. You picked up the lesson in the middle of it. You like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. That's basically what's happening with a lot of these people. So the government is using that as their form of leverage. Still, I don't know.
The same thing goes with subliminal type of messaging. You said in one ear, out the other kind of thing, right? Yeah. Well, that same thing kind of happens when it comes to marketing and also commercials. So it doesn't really matter if you believe in it or not. If they tell it to you enough, it's going to cause some sort of like a syntax error or something in someone's brain. We're like, oh wow, I saw like 15 Doritos commercials in the last month.
Yeah, by default.
Yeah, they got their new flavor out now.
Cool Ranch,
delicious.
Cool Ranch Part 2.
Yeah, Cool Ranch squared or something. Yeah, whatever.
Right.
So,
4D. They've got 4D nachos, man.
Yeah,
a lot of historians.
So we're gonna keep this up, Andrew.
I gotta go pretty soon. Last thing I'm gonna say.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you tell a lie enough, eventually people will believe it to be the truth.
All right. Joseph Goebbels.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning into the Reckoner this evening. We're gonna hang out here a lot more and talk a lot more about stuff. Looks like Andrew just dipped. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of hard truths that are gonna be coming to some people, probably sooner than later. But we really appreciate you coming on, and NDB, love you, Vlad, Fathead, You guys are
Damn, I'm
keep it
playing.
up. Keep it up. Keep talking stuff and make things happen. We need it.
You got it. Much appreciated, Larry.
Amen,
Thanks
brother.
for having me, brother. NDB,
Yeah, man.
nice to see you, family. Fathead, good
You
to see
too.
you. Andrew, good to see you, Holmes. I'll hit you
Yeah,
up
man.
later.
You guys keep it going, keep crushing, and love you guys. And we will see you next week. Cheers.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah.
See
Peace,
you.
y'all. Love.
Deuces.
Damn, he ended that quick, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
What the fuck? He got so drunk and so fired up that he had to like end the show.
Is that what
bro.
happened? I don't even know. He was just like,
Yes,
and it's
that's
over.
what happened. Dude,
Just done.
the last, basically right before, right after Vlad got on, he was fucking just losing his fucking mind. I texted Nicole and Larry. I said, Nicole, save his ass. I said, he's fucking drunk. And then I don't know if they seen the text or not, but
Oh
he's probably
shit.
drunk too.
Oh well.
Fuck.
Shit happens. You know, I've been drinking. I can't say
No, we was
nothing.
having a good conversation.